Well, guys, I told you I'll see you boys down at the beach, and here we are, Daytona Beach, Florida. We're going to be hanging out for the Coke Zero 400, where it all began in 1948. Well, as usual, time to set up camp. Glad to finally have camp set up. Now I can relax. Nothing like the sound of roaring engines waking you up in the morning. Well, technically it was 2 Apache helicopters flying over this morning, practicing for the race's flyover. But all in all, you just enjoy the sound of roaring engines and the cool breeze of Daytona when you come down here. Got that golf ride, boy. About that hospitality around here, man.
It sucks, so I don't. Gonna be hot.
Okay, we.
Dark clouds rolling in. You never want to see that. But it is Florida, so rain is to be expected.
Joe, we've seen cars come off pit road and launch. Clock is stopped for
Time for some lunch and Xfinity Series qualifying.
Weekend of the season, but he is back behind the wheel for this Joe Gibbs entry this weekend, and he is always one to watch when he is in the number 19 car. Well, I think the memory here for him.
Sure tell you, that breeze feel good, boy. Just taking a stroll on the racetrack. That's all.
Race fans, they're gonna be battling it out because there's only three Daytona wins, okay? Let's hear the track president again.
Huntsville, North Carolina, Connor Zillich. All right, there you have it, race fans. The starting lineup.
It changes your life.
And there he is. There's Connor Zillich out of competition. And the teams did go through.
Well, the Reigns have the Wawa 50 in a holding pattern tonight. We'll see how long this lasts. But I already knew what time it was. They knew the Reigns were coming. We're trying to get there at least halfway. Time to go back to work, boy.
His junior motorsports teammate was powering to the inside at the bottom of the racetrack just in.
Daytona racetrack, late caution. Well, drivers are choosing their lanes. Next time by, it'll be 6 left to go. Well, Parker Clifton brings home the win of the Wawa 250. If this is the prerequisite for tomorrow night, I surely cannot wait.
Of junior motorsports.
Well, definitely not the sight I wanted to wake up to this morning. Ain't looking good right now. Well, that's why you never want to see those dark clouds down here in Daytona. Had to retreat to the van. Well, it poured down. I'd rather it now than later, though.
Turnover here in the second half, and the offense has gotten better. The passing game has come alive for both teams. And a lot more speed.
3 yards, you get a first down, you get to go on. I would.
We back at the big boys tonight. Coke 0400. Everybody else taking escalator, but I ain't scared of them stairs though.
All right, we got the next car coming out right now.
Too much blood in my alcohol stream.
All right, here we go. Austin Dillon.
That petty blue. Almost that time. Well, you knew it wasn't going to be long.
Into the playoffs, and right now Alex is facing the wrong way. The head end of
Ain't looking good for Tyler Reddick, no. Stage 2 complete. On to stage 3. Getting antsy now. Iconic 43 is out front. I hope he can bring it home. Damn, he got shuffled out. Two to go. Well, Ryan Blaney gets out here with the win tonight. It's a good race. I enjoyed seeing the 43 up front contending for the win. I hope we see more of that in the future. Haulers getting on out of here. Well, guys, the NASCAR weekend has come to a close. And as I pack up my stuff and I leave and I reminisce on what a pleasant weekend I had, I'm really truly left in awe. Because just all the circumstances that brought me here this weekend, it just felt like the place to be. Um, as my birthday was this week, it's almost like NASCAR knew it was my birthday. I mean, I got invited out by NASCAR to come down, and of course, you're not going to threaten me with a good time and I don't pull up. So, here we are, and just all the people I've come across, and just shout out to everybody at NASCAR, works at NASCAR, um, down from being called about tickets, and ironically, since I had got invited out, I needed a camp spot, right? So I literally had my computer out, about to book the camp spot, and then my phone starts ringing, and you know what? It's Jen from NASCAR, and he was glad to oblige me over the phone. Got my camp spot locked in. I've been invited out. I got tickets to the race, and I had such a pleasurable weekend. It's truly a gift for me. Truly a birthday gift. So it just really feels good to know that NASCAR loves me back. I love NASCAR, and they showed me that they love me back this weekend. So I had an amazing time, and of course, shout out to the NASCAR community, all the people I came across this weekend, my neighbors here in the campground. And so it's so many interactions you get to have, and this is what makes, man, NASCAR so special. The interactions you get to have with people from just different places from around the country, different walks of life. And so, all the interactions I've had, like example, my neighbor, I mean, he just brought me a bag of ice. Actually, you know what? He brought me 2 bags of ice throughout the course of the weekend. Really needed that second one. So shout out to my neighbor for doing that. Didn't have to, but he did. You know, um, at the Xfinity Series race, we had a rain delay, so I found me a seat, and then there was, it was 2 tables, 2 chairs at this, 2 chairs at the table, and obviously I can only put my ass in one seat. So one gentleman asked, "Hey, is the seat taken?" I'm like, "Not at all. Be my guest." And we sat and conversed, and I found out he's from Ohio, but he lives here in Florida. His son lives down here in Daytona. And he's a Buckeye fan, and so I told him, I'm from Louisiana, so obviously I'm for the Bayou Bengals. So, but, just to have some camaraderie and good conversation about college football and where we're from and how we got here, are just some of those pleasurable experiences that you get when you come out here to NASCAR. Another gentleman, he had a Austin 316 shirt on at the Cup Series race. If you're seeing this, man, I love you, brother. You know, he just asked me if I wanted to, go 10 toes with Stone Cold. And if you know better, you never go 10 toes with Stone Cold. But you know, just to have good conversation about NASCAR and who you're rooting for. And he was like, man, this guy Truex retired, so he's just out here, and he doesn't have a driver to gravitate to right now. And I said, well, just hey, I mean, I'm a spectator of the sport as well, so I understand what you mean. But there were so many just other interactions where there's just people walking by and speaking, or you just walking past people, and they give you a pound, give you a fist bump, and everybody's here to have a good time. Everybody's here to have a good time, and I definitely enjoy myself. This is why I love coming out here. And I'm leaving here today with like just wow, just that feeling when you feel like you got your money's worth, if you know what I mean. So kudos to NASCAR, kudos to everybody here working at the track, kudos to the NASCAR community, and number one, most kudos, got to shout out my man Dustin. He invited me out. He just happened to see me on TikTok, and he invited me out and was like, man, I really like the word you're spreading about NASCAR, and I'm just paying it forward. And that, I can't thank you enough. I truly appreciate you. He took care of me, got me down here, made sure I had a good time, made sure I had a memorable experience, and I tried to show my gratitude, and he said, oh man, it's nothing. Well, guess what, brother? It's something to me. It means something to me dearly. So this is one I will not forget. NASCAR, kudos to you for having people like that on your team. That's what makes this place so great. That's what makes NASCAR so great. And so as my time comes to a close, I'm just left in awe as I leave Daytona International Speedway today. I implore anyone who's never been here or a NASCAR race, please, I implore you to check one out. Just be open to being open. It's all I ask. And you will meet the community. You will be welcomed. Somebody may offer you a drink, a sandwich, anything they may have, because that's just how we get down out here. But until next time, guys, I'll see you on the next adventure.